as we turn the page on 2024, it's not just the end of the year, it's the close of an era that's been filled with unique challenges and invaluable lessons. Now we start a new year. It is both the time for reflection and some action. It's an opportunity to learn from what has worked, address what hasn't, and then we set a course for a brighter and hopefully more secure future. Now, in the world of financial planning, wealth management, and investments, the only constant is change. And that's why we're diving into the top 10 lessons we here at Lions Wealth have learned in 2024 and how they can help guide us and you into 2025. Now, these lessons aren't just about the numbers or the headlines. They're about principles and strategies that can help guide a better and stronger financial future. And every insight and every step here can help us gain some financial clarity and some confidence. So here's our top 10 takeaways and lessons we've learned from 2024. Starting with number 10, don't go against your process. Now, whether you're managing investments, creating a financial plan, or addressing wealth management needs, your process is your North Star, and it's designed to guide you through uncertainty, help make informed decisions when emotions run high. Now, this is why it's so important, because emotions can easily derail the best laid plans, and when the markets are volatile, it's tempting to react impulsively, and selling when price drops or buying into trends that don't align with your long-term goals. But if your process says it's time to invest or rebalance, trust it. Now, the same goes financial planning. Now, if your process flags that it's time to review your estate plan or reassess your goals, there's a reason for it. And this year, we've seen clients who've stayed committed to the process, and they help achieve greater financial stability and confidence even during the market uncertainties. Now, those who veer off course really can face some unnecessary setbacks. And the takeaway here is clear that if we have trust in your strategy, trust in your process, it guides you through the noise. And in 2025, recommit to following your process. It's not just a plan, it's the foundation of your financial success. Number 9 is inflation is here to stay. Now, inflation was one of the defining economic stories for 2022, 2023, and even into 2024. Now, it's clear though that with all that's going on, it's not going away anytime soon. Now, while the Federal Reserve has worked aggressively to curb inflation in the prior years, the focus has shifted in 2024. So instead of fighting inflation, they're now starting to prioritize employment. And this is signaling a new phase in the economic management that they're working on. Now, what does this mean for you though? Because that's ultimately what it comes back for. And if we're going to learn our lessons from 2024, we need to know what this means. Well, ultimately, it means that we're going to have higher costs that are likely here to stay for a while. Everyday expenses, so groceries and gas may start to go back up in price, even housing, and it may continue to rise, albeit at a slower pace than what it used to, but it really shows that we need to underscore the importance of all the different asset classes that are out there. And there are some that perform well in inflationary environments. So we have been looking at different tech companies and growth. Then we have others like industrials and commodities and real estate and even certain equities. Well, this highlights the need for cash flow from not only the investments, but also in your standpoint. And budgeting and planning are more crucial than ever when we have kind of the erosion of the dollar with inflation. So that's why we work to adjust financial plans, assuring that they remain resilient despite all these economic headwinds. So as we head into 2025, we look to inflation and say, yes, it has been here and it may be here a little longer. Number 8, tax changes may be less severe than we feared. Now, one of the biggest concerns heading into 2024 was the looming sunset of the Tax Cut and Jobs Act in 2025. Now, yes, this is sparking kind of widespread fears of higher taxes for many Americans, but since the political landscape has been shifting with President Trump being reappointed as president and then having not only the House but also the Senate become Republican, these changes may not be as severe as what was initially anticipated. So now the discussion is really around extending or even making the Tax Cut and Jobs Act permanent. And the most significant provisions like lower tax brackets, a doubling of the standard deduction, and some of the others likely will remain intact. So what this means is that it provides clarity and some reassurance for you and many others and some of the planning that you've already done. Now, it doesn't mean that you can afford to be complacent here though, because with the extension and all the different tax policies, it could be just that. And we have new opportunities and new challenges that crop up. Well, I could say every day, and that's probably about true. So we need to stay proactive here in some tax planning essentials. But in 2025, we need to focus on strategies to help maximize higher contributions, leveraging the tax advantage accounts that we have, and then also revisiting your estate plan to ensure that you are prepared for any shifts that are out there. So it's a big deal, and we aren't there yet, but there are likely changes that will be permanent with the tax cut and jobs. Number 7, the Secure Act 2.0 brings clarity and challenge. Now, yes, this year the Secure Act 2.0 brought some significant changes to tax laws and especially retirement planning when it comes to inherited IRAs. Now, it's really provided much needed clarity on required minimum distributions, but what it has done now is created some challenges for custodians, broker-dealers, and many others to actually implement them. So yes, there's all the institutions from whether it's Vanguard to Schwab to Fidelity to LPL Financial, Merrill Lynch, Raymond James, Goldman Sachs, you name it. They're all struggling to adapt to these new regulations, which can cause some confusion for many. But what's going on now is that we have been working very closely with our custodians to help navigate these challenges and to ensure that you and others have their required minimum distributions met, especially on those inherited accounts. And one of the key lessons here is the importance of collaboration. So yes, we've been working diligently here, and this has been a big deal. But we've been collaborating with others, whether it is within tax professionals, some accountants, and our custodians to make sure that these new regulations are not only addressed, but that any unexpected hurdles can be overcome. So that helps to breed peace of mind, hopefully, in this otherwise complex tax environment that we're in. But the Secure Act 2.0 did provide the clarity and also some challenges. Number 6, business structures matter. Now, for business owners, you may be one of them. And one of the biggest lessons that you and we have been discussing in 2024 is the importance of structuring your business. It's how you organize your business, from choosing the right entities to separating your personal and your business finances and liabilities. Now, this is really significant because it really looks to reduce the risk that you have and help for tax efficiency. So this year, we have worked with many clients to update their business structures, and for some, that meant transitioning from, say, an LLC to an S-Corp to better protect their personal assets, or for others involved creating a complete separate entity that would ensure clear boundaries between their personal and their business expenses. And yes, a well-structured business isn't just about compliance. It's about reducing risk and maximizing your opportunities. And so as we enter 2025, make sure that your business structure aligns with your goals and provides protection you need. Number 5, housing drives the economy. Now, housing is more than just a place to live. It's the cornerstone of the economy in many different elements. And this year reminded us just how interconnected housing is with the broader economy and trends. Not only is buying and selling a house there, then we have the renovations, the furnishing, and everything that it touches. And there's dozens of industries, from construction to banking to retail to transportation. And yes, I have personally witnessed the joy of moving. Yes, and what all of that brings with 3 kids. And for many families, you can probably feel the same way. But it is a fresh start, a chance to build memories in a new space. But it's also a key driver of the economy and some of the economic activities. The sale of the home just doesn't involve the realtor, the buyer. It involves contractors and moving companies and countless business supplying goods and services. And the same can be said about purchasing. And as we look to 2025, it's clear that housing is going to continue to play a pivotal role in shaping our economy. And while we still see that there's going to be growth happening in our economy, there's going to be a lot that we need to look for different trends in the housing market and how that can impact not only the economy, but also your financial strategies. So that is a lot to do with housing. Number 4, this was the year of AI. And yes, 2024 undeniably was the year of artificial intelligence, and companies that embraced AI found innovative ways to streamline operations, enhance customer experience, and improve decision making, and those that didn't risk falling behind. Now, in the world of wealth management, AI is really revolutionizing how we analyze data and identify opportunities. And this year, we began integrating AI tools into our investment process, which allows us to better forecast trends, manage risk, and deliver more tailored strategies for you. But AI isn't just for wealth management or for businesses. It's also for you as an individual. And AI can power tools as assist in budgeting, portfolio tracking, and many other things. So as we enter 2025, it's one of those things that we need to look to embrace AI and to keep staying competitive with not only business fronts, but also how can you maximize opportunities that you have personally. And that was one of the big things that we took away from 2024. Number 3 is don't fight the Fed, or more importantly, the monetary and fiscal policies. Now, yes, this year saw firsthand the impact of not only the monetary policies, but also the fiscal policies from the government and they had on the economy. And when the government engages in deficit spending the way we have been, it actually stimulates a lot of growth and it creates a lot of opportunities for businesses and investors. Now, conversely though, when spending is reduced, it can lead to a tighter economy and tighter economic condition. And looking forward then to 2025, this is going to be a pivotal thing to understand. And with the establishment of the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE is going to look to reduce some of the spending and some of the waste in government, which could actually lead to a slower growth in certain sectors. So as an investor, we really want to highlight the importance of understanding how a lot of these policy decisions can actually influence the markets and make some adjustments accordingly. Number 2, family is everything. Now, this year I was reminded of the importance of family in a deeply personal way. The loss of my father brought home the value of having a strong financial plan to protect and provide for loved ones. Now, a solid protection plan includes long-term care insurance, life insurance, and even some health coverage to shield your family from unexpected costs. And at the same time, a well-crafted wealth transfer plan can ensure that your assets pass to the ones you care about with minimal tax impact and preserving your legacy for future generations. And that was one of the things that really struck me, is the value of everything of the wealth management and how that can really impact, especially when someone that you love passes. And for many of our clients, 2024 was a year of reflection and ensured that their plans were aligning with their goals and values. And as we enter 2025, let's continue to prioritize family, creating strategies that provide peace of mind and security. And that brings us to number 1, the K-shaped economy is real. Now, what I mean by this, 2024 underscored the reality of what we call the K-shaped economy. The top 35% of earners thrived, while the bottom 65% faced significant challenges. And this disparity really highlighted the importance of financial planning, not just for individuals, but for the society as a whole. So take a moment now and reflect on what you're grateful for: your family, health, financial security. These are some of the foundation of a meaningful life. And as we look to 2025, let's continue to focus on building resilience and finding the way to uplift others, because there's many out there that are not as fortunate as you are. And it has been an immense joy to serve you this year. And I'm grateful for your trust and your partnership. And I'm looking forward to continuing this journey together in 2025. Take care.